Well, good evening and God bless all you kind, wonderful people. Yes, I'm debuting my Ovation guitar tonight. In all these videos, I've only played 3 guitars, and I got about 6 more back there that are screaming for attention. And those of y'all who have a real good memory can remember the Glenn Campbell Good Time Hour, because that's the guitar he played, but he really played it. Anyway, last night I promised you the theme song from the TV Western series Bronco, and that's what we're going to do, if you'll bear with me just for a sec here. Bronco ran from 1958 to 1962, starring Ty Hardin as Bronco Lane. It all came about because Clint Walker, who starred as Cheyenne Bodie on the hugely successful Cheyenne TV Western series, which debuted in '55, finally had all he could take and was fed up in the 3rd year of his contract, and he went on personal strike and walked off the show. Well, Warner Brothers was not going to cancel such a hugely successful and profitable show, so they kept the show Cheyenne running, same theme song, same everything, except a new lead character. Cheyenne Bodie wasn't around, so they created a character named, Bronco Lane. And it ran for several months, most of 1958 until the fall of '58 when Clint got what he wanted. It was nice. He came back as Cheyenne Bodie, and but Ty Hardin had done a good job, and it had been popular and good reviews, and so they spun Bronco off as its own series. In the first year, it alternated with Sugarfoot, starring Will Hutchins. And then in 1960, all 3 shows alternated: Cheyenne, Sugarfoot, and Bronco, until '61 when Sugarfoot went off the air, and then it was just Cheyenne and Bronco alternating on Monday nights. And interesting thing about Cheyenne, by the way, Warner Brothers originally wanted to pre-cast James Garner as Cheyenne Bodie, but they couldn't get him in '55 for other commitments he had or whatever. So they had auditions, and Norman Eugene Walker won the audition hands down because of his striking good looks, his physique, 6'6", 240 pounds, a 32-inch waist, and a nice singing voice too, by the way. And everything worked great except his first name. Walker worked great. They just said, that sounds good, but we got to come up with something. So Norman Eugene Walker became Clint Walker as a result of Cheyenne. And it stuck with him the rest of his career, and it worked, didn't it? He was Clint Walker. And they had material to work with Will Hutchins. He was born Marshall Lowell Hutchison. Just chop the last couple of letters off Hutchison, you got Hutchins. And then they just need that good, snappy first name again, catchy first name. Will, And James Garner, that was no stretch at all. He was born James Bum Garner. Absolute truth. Hey, just get the bum out of his name. And they did. He's James Garner. So I consider it a stroke of genius that they came up with Ty Hardin, because they had nada to work with. Get this, folks. Ty Hardin was born Orison Whipple Hungerford Jr. Absolute truth. Orison Whipple Hungerford Jr. was born January 1st, 1930. Later to become Ty Hardin. Ty Hardin, who passed away August 3rd, 2017, at the age of 87. And Warner Brothers, you're talking about being invested in making money on TV Westerns and how popular Westerns were on TV back then. At the same time, one studio, Warner Brothers, had running Cheyenne, Sugarfoot, Bronco, Maverick. By the way, they couldn't get James Garner when Clint Walker went on strike, because they had cast him in 1957 as Brett Maverick on the Maverick series. But Maverick, Colt 45, Lawman, and the Alaskans, and then all the other production companies, all the other Westerns. It's just crazy how much TV has changed. But anyway, Bronco, written by Jay Livingston, the writer of Bonanza, Sugarfoot, Mr. Ed, Que Sera Sera, Mona Lisa, and many others. Bronco, Bronco, tearing across the Texas plain. Bronco, Bronco, Bronco Lane. Down around the old Panhandle, Texas is where he grew to fame. There ain't a horse that he can't handle, that's how he got his name. Bronco, Bronco, tearing across the Texas plain. Bronco, Bronco, Bronco Lane. Next to a four-square Texas twister, you'll call a cyclone meek and mild. You've never seen a twister, mister, till someone gets him riled. Bronco, Bronco, tearing across the Texas plain. Bronco, Bronco, Bronco lane. Where am I? Show me a gal who's kissed him once, I'll show you a gal who's kissed him twice. Show me a gal who's kissed him twice, she's dreaming of shoes and rice. Bronco, Bronco, tearing across the Texas plain. Bronco, Bronco, Bronco lane. Let's do that again. Show me a gal who's kissed him once, I'll show you a gal who's kissed him twice. Show me a gal who's kissed him twice, she's dreaming of shoes and rice. Bronco, Bronco, tearing across the Texas plain. Bronco, Bronco, Bronco lane. Bronco, Bronco, tearing across the Texas plain. Bronco, Bronco, Bronco lane. I just went weird there at the end. Don't know what happened. See ya.